Arcade1Up has released the Capcom Legacy Street Fighter Yoga Flame Edition. But is it worth your hard-earned money? Did you get a big blue and should you stick to it? Let's talk about it. What's going on, ladies and gents? It's your boy MikeOfAllTrades, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to review that beautiful thing back there, the Arcade1Up Capcom Legacy Street Fighter Yoga Flame Edition, right? So, for those of you who don't know, this Capcom cabinet, brought to you by Capcom and Arcade1Up, together, is, it's kind of a big blue, but it's not, you know what I mean? There's 14 games on it. You've got Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. I think I said Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I did already. Yes, okay. Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, King of Dragons, Strider, Pro Gear, Battle Circuit, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Saturday Night Slam Masters, Capcom Sports Club, Giga Wing, Armored Warriors, Captain Commando, and Final Fight. All these games are online. You can play them online with your friends. You can play them with people who already have Big Blue. So your Super Street Fighter 2 Turbos, your Hyper Fightings, your Super Street Fighter, your CEs. There's a lot of turbos in this Capcom names. You ever notice that? Your Puzzle Fighters, your Saturday Night Slam Masters, and your Capcom Sports Clubs are all backwards compatible or cross compatible with Big Blue. Now, when I say cross compatible, that means if you already own a Big Blue, or if somebody you know owns a Big Blue, you can play with those individuals. This came out at $4.99, with online play. So that's a refreshing thing. And one of the things I'd like to point out is that the Arcade1Up cabinets are starting to come down in price. MK30th was $4.99. This was $4.99. The Shinku Hadoken version of this is $4.99. All legacy cabinets have been coming out at $4.99, and I know that they said it's a legacy line and that's where it's supposed to be at, but with cabinets like Marvel's Capcom 2 and Blitz coming out at $5.99, I think that things are starting to finally get back to normal, right? This cabinet came packed very, very well, snug as a bug on a rug. Like, it was kind of hard to get it out and whatever else, right? But it was cool, One of the things that I enjoy about this cabinet, and one of the things and the main reason why I picked it up, was because of the side art. So this side art is done by Udon Comics. So if you guys don't know who Udon Comics are, they're the ones that do the Street Fighter comic series. They did the artwork on the Street Fighter 15th fight stick and those controllers back in the day and whatnot. And the artwork, it just looks so good. Like, you don't understand. Like, I chose Yoga Flame over Shinku Hadoken because Yoga Flame has Sagat and E Honda. And if y'all know me, y'all know I love me some Honda, right? And just the sprite, just the animations and stuff that they show on the side, the details of the facial features, whether it be Chun-Li or Dalsum or Guile or Ryu or even Blanca, it looks really good and it pops, you know what I mean? Like, somebody looks at it and it just pops. It's a centerpiece in your room, and it's beautiful. The Marquee, has the same kind of Marquee with the Big Blue. So if you wanted to, you could slide it a little bit, And the good thing about that is like, for somebody who's doing custom stuff, you can literally just have them make a different one if you want to convert this easily and whatnot. And the Marquee looks really good. I mean, it looks really freaking good. And hopefully going forward, you continue this style of Marquee because it's great, The monitor. Let's talk about the monitor. It is a BOE monitor. Absolutely a BOE monitor. It looks good from all angles. It looks good from all sides. It's crisp, and hopefully the BOE continues in the future. I know that Mortal Kombat fans got screwed by the TN monitor and whatnot, but that's because it's not double lit and whatever else. But this does have a BOE monitor. So if monitors are concerned, you don't have to worry about that. The speakers, they're speakers. You know, the sound is it's pretty loud. Sometimes you can't say anything about speakers. Sometimes you have to let the sound speak for itself, you know? The control panel is different. So this is my first version of the new Legacy cabinet. So getting the control panel was different. It's not like the big blue. This is the big blue panel, right? And it's not like this one. You know, like, you know, it doesn't have the same sticks, probably same buttons, but this panel is actually a little bigger. I know that sounds really weird. Like, this is bigger, but that panel is a lot better. The sticks are a lot tighter. The buttons are still bad, but they're the buttons that were in the Capcom Legacy 1. So they're the darker blue. They're not like this, they're not like the light blue from like Gen 1. You know what I mean? It's on a slant, which that's cool. And, you know, it goes into like almost a midway style panel, or, you know, and I'm assuming this is going to be the model going forward because Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is in that same panel, in that same style, you know, and you get pretty much the same space, right? You know, some of the things that kind of bug me is the big Arcade1Up logo on the front of the panel. You know what I mean? Like it's Arcade1Up, yeah, we know that. Like I said, sticks feel a lot better. These are probably some of the best sticks that I've felt, and I said the same thing about Marvel vs. Capcom 2. If you guys didn't see me talk about Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Arcade1Up from Vegas and Evo, you guys can watch that video right there. But, you know, the buttons are the buttons. You know, sticks feel good, so they're functional, they're playable. It's playable in my Kong's Arrest Void, man. Shout out to B. And, you know, the slant, it works. I like the slant. A lot of people don't like the slant, but the slant's classic. You know, if you go out and you see a cabinet in the wild, fighting a cabinet, it's on a slant. A lot of cabinets are on a slant, your NBA jams or whatever else. So yeah, the buttons, again, people are probably going to swap them out. I don't have a problem with it. Buttons are fine. You know, they're just buttons. You know. Speaking of the style, let's talk about the new shape. Now, it's kind of a weird like hybrid thing they're doing. It's kind of like a midway cabinet, but it's kind of not. You know what I mean? Like there's these side plates on the side of it, and you know whatever else. It's cool. It looks. It's my only gripe is that it covers up some of that side art that I love so much. You know, but it feels good. You know what I mean? And it's a detractor, but again, people could probably, you can't reskin it because it's custom work. But you know, maybe throw a Capcom logo on it or something. I don't know exactly. You know, the coin door. It comes with a coin door. It's a molded plastic door. It's not a real door. It doesn't function. Doesn't light up. I think that's a missed opportunity. You know, maybe for like another $20, $25 thrown into the cost, there could have been a way we could have wired that up to a harness and then made that door light up. But, you know, again, maybe that's stuff that they'll do in the future, you know? The feel of the cabinet, it's great. I love everything, honestly, about the cabinet, except for the buttons and except for the riser. Let's talk about the riser. Now, the riser has the Arcade1Up, you know what I'm saying? It's classic riser style where you've got, this one has flames on the side, the back of it's black, and the front of it has the Street Fighter 35th Anniversary logo. And that's cool and everything else, right? Anybody who knows me knows that I do not like risers. And I think we're to that point where they've shown that they can ship these products now without risers, with the Golden Tee and the Shaq XL. And I know that these are legacies, but I think it's about time we move away from risers. My personal opinion, what do I know? I talked about it earlier, but there is crossplay with the Big Blue. If you guys look, you know what I'm saying, and I'll probably have footage on the screen right now. It's showing my name, like me being Moat and whatever else, right? But on there, it's MikeOfAllTrades. And it's because if you use the same email, you can't have two accounts. So they're linked, you know what I'm saying, and you can't really, you know, change the name. It's a bug. I've asked about it. They're gonna fix it, hopefully this generation. But here's some footage real fast showing you guys how the crossplay works. All right, you guys, let's do a lobby test. So we're gonna do a lobby test between the Marquee game on the Yoga Flame. This is Yoga Flame, and we're gonna see how the connection is on Big Blue. So you guys can see I've only played one match on here online because, well, I've been busy. All right, so no room codes, right? So there's me. Let's go over to Big Blue. God dang it. Are we in the match? All right, so now let's see if it's cross compatible. Let's see if we find a lobby. And look at that. There's myself. I'm gonna beat myself, y'all. And then, so right here, it shows that I'm in. I'm gonna get some volume. I wonder if it syncs up the sound too. Let's find out. Alright, so we'll go Ryu, and it showed me pick over there, right? So now I'm gonna hit start. I wish I had a better way to show this, but hey, you know. Who do we want to punch in the face? We'll use Guile, right? Oh, I need to hit the button. There we go. And it selects at the same time. You guys can see in the corner, it's synced up. So, I'm going to push over here, right? And you guys can hear I'm tapping it, and it's showing up. So first off, shout out to the thing being a lot better, right? So if I do trying to do it with one hand, y'all. There's a throw, and it's over there. There's that. All right. So I'm trying to throw a fireball with one hand. There we go. See, we Dragon Punch with one hand. There's a Dragon Punch with one hand, and then the throw. And it's literally, here, let's try this way. Yeah, it's literally simultaneously synced up. Now, again, I'm doing this in a controlled environment. This is in my house, but you guys can see it's crossplay. It works. So yeah, like you guys see, it's seamless. Now again, controlled environment. It's in my house. It's on my internet connection, but you guys saw, you know, it works pretty well. Speaking of seeing things, let's check out a little bit of gameplay from the cabinet and give you my thoughts afterwards. By the way, people who are complaining about that black box right there, that's Arcade Perfect. I feel like people should know that. because people always complain about that. But that black box was like that in the arcade. Figure people should know that by now. Holy crap! Haha! Yo, suck it, nerd! Impossible! How can I lose to a mere chart? Suck it. Bro, is that Elvis? team is Hogan. So, overall impressions, yo, they did a really good job. They did. It's solid. It's nice. Even the wood on the top, you know, the board with the little Arcade1Up advertisement with the serial number, whatever else, right? It's cool. One of the things that I did remember was my deck protector, and I don't know what it is about Arcade1Up and deck protectors, but yeah, it's cracked. Yo, what is up with the deck protectors? I didn't get one for Killer Instinct, and now I get this together. You know what I'm saying? I get it, and look, it's broke. And it's a clean break, too. Like, I thought that maybe, you know, the deck protectors were split or something. No, it's broken. And instead of me getting more Pac-Man signs, I'm going to let it rock, right? You know, but $4.99, online, play for everything. You know, you play Captain Commando, Armored Warriors, and Final Fight with your friends. You know, if that's something that you want to do, or just play with randoms, like, yo, is it worth it? Yeah, of course. But should you get this over Big Blue is the real question. I've been answering this question in my comment section for the last 2 months. And I'll say this. If you have Big Blue and you want to play Armored Warriors, Captain Commando, Giga Wing, Final Fight, you know what I mean? If you want to play those titles online, King of Fighters, Dragons, and Strider, and Pro Gear. If you want to play those online, then yes, it is worth it. If you're only interested in playing Street Fighter and Puzzle Fighter and whatnot, and you've got Big Blue, no. Unless you enjoy the artwork. You know, maybe the Shinko Hadouken version is better for you. One of the things that you don't get on this cabinet that you get on Big Blue is the Darkstalker series. So that's something to keep in mind, along with like Echo Fighters and Muscle Buster Duo. So if you don't have a Big Blue and you're weighing getting the Big Blue, if you don't have a care about Darkstalkers, pick up the Yoga Flame. It's faster, the UI is faster, The game list is, in my opinion, a lot better than Big Blue. I'm actually mad that this game list isn't on Big Blue. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, man, this is where you start sitting like, I wish that Arcade1Up would just sell PCB separately. You know what I mean? So that way we can just swap it out, throw it in there, etc., etc. For me, it was a get because, again, I love the Udon comic style. So for me, definitely worth it. If I have to choose one, Yoga Flame over Big Blue, I'm going to go with Yoga Flame. Or Shinku Hadouken, I'm going to go with that over Big Blue. You know, there's a reason why these are out now, and the Big Blues are starting to get kind of phased out. You know what I mean? So that's something you want to keep in mind. The games list is different. And let's be real, people have been asking to play Final Fight Online forever. They put Captain Commando on the cabinet. You know, the list of games on here genuinely makes me wish that they would start selling PCBs separately. You know, but those are my thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. I'm MikeOfAllTrades. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not for more reviews. And let's have a conversation in the comment section. Did you pick one up? Are you planning to pick one up? Let me know. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.